Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the induction ceremony of the charter members of the CC Winn High School National Honor Society. My name is Paola Garcia Suazua, and I am the president and will also serve as your master of ceremonies tonight. We have our new inductees, Itzel Aguilar, Lorena Aldape, Ashley Alvarez, Fabiola Berrain, Sofia Castillo, Eliab Chavez, Gladys Contreras, Sasha Corral, Kiara Estrada, Abigail Flores, Antonio Flores, Jesús Flores, Natalie Franco, Juan Garcia, Pablo Garcia, Cristina Gloria, Alan González, Besabet González, Jennifer González, Christian González, Sofía González, Yahaira González, Jacob Guerra, Carla Guillen, Patrick Gutierrez, Jessica Hernández, Alondra Herrera, Diego Jiménez Mora, María Márquez, Gerardo Molina, Elvis Morales, Jaime Moreno, Nicole Moriel, Daniel Ontiveros, Yahaira Ortega, Mariana Pesina, Daniela Pérez, César Rodríguez, Evan Rodríguez, Kimberly Rodríguez, Sydney Rodríguez, Daniela Rodríguez Gómez, Julio Ruiz, Abraham Sanchez, Giselle Tellez, Cheyenne Thrash, Matthew Uriegas, Laisha Vallejo, and Maria Villegas. At this time, I would like to recognize all of the distinguished guests that are present today. EPISD trustee, Mr. Rudy Bowles. EPISD Superintendent, Mr. Gilberto Gonzalez. EPISD Instructional Services Director, David Camarillo. CC Winn Administration Principal, Mr. Diaz Weber. Assistant Principal, Mr. Matthew Uriegas. Assistant Principal, Mr. Juan Mendoza. Assistant Principal, Mr. Jorge Benavides. Dean of Instruction, Mrs. Rosalinda Jimenez. And our Instructional Officer, Mrs. Aide Jimenez Hernandez. I would also like to recognize our NHS Faculty Board, Mrs. M. Hernandez, Mrs. M. Jaques, Mr. R. Chavez, Mr. Esquivel, and Mrs. Balboa. And also our guest speaker, Mr. Arturo Mancha Jr. Our National Honor Society advisors, Ms. Kathy Malden and Mr. Randy Lawrence. Will everyone please rise for the presentation of the flags? We will now have our parliamentarian, Eric Lopez, with the Pledge of Allegiance and Texas Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you. You may all sit down. I would now like to inform you about the National Honor Society. The National Honor Society is the nation's premier organization that is established to recognize outstanding high school students. More than just an honor roll, the NHS serves to honor those students whom are deserving. Tonight's ceremony serves as a genuine intimation of the new membership of all the candidates.
Following, we will have some words from our superintendent, Mr. Gilberto Gonzalez.
Before I get started, as I was walking in, I was given some really, really good news, and I want to share it with everybody here. And the good news is that the NHS president, Paola Garcia Sausua, has just been accepted to the Merchant Marine Academy. So let's give her a big hand and let's ask her to come up here. Buenas tardes, bienvenidos a todos los padres de familia. Me da mucho gusto que están aquí con nosotros esta noche para compartir este evento. Before I continue, I know Mr. Bowles has already been introduced, but he is my boss, so let me introduce him again. Mr. Rudy Bowles, let's give him a big hand. Unfortunately, some of our other board members could not attend today, but let me introduce them anyway. Starting with our board president, Ms. Lupita Fuentes. Our board vice president, Hilda Martinez Caballero. Our board secretary, Dr. Hector Alvarez. Our trustee, Ms. Glenna Purcell. Our trustee, Ignacio Saucedo. And last but not least, trustee Humberto Torralba. Let's give them all a big hand. Well, again, good evening. It's certainly an honor to be here with you today to congratulate all of these brilliant new inductees that are being honored tonight. Students, it is no small accomplishment to become a part of this organization known as the National Honor Society. First of all, you must maintain your grade point average and take the challenging classes at the same time. It requires dedication to your classes and sacrifices to maintain your grades. So I applaud you. Being a member of the NHS is an excellent step in your educational career. This will certainly help you in obtaining college scholarships and entry into the college or university of your choice. Students, at this time, I'm going to ask you to please stand up and allow us to give you a well-deserved recognition. Please stand up, NHS. Please remain standing and turn around. A los padres de familia, por favor, se ponen de pie. Los padres de familia. Students, let's give them a big hand. Thank you. You may be seated. There comes a time in all our lives where we take a moment to relish in our success. It is in these small moments that we realize that we all want this type of feeling. Pride and the sense of accomplishment is something that once you taste, it is hard to let go of. I ask you, I urge you, use the feeling that is inside you right now and allow it to fuel you to continue on this path of success. Being in the same room with you tonight allows me to become a part of this feeling that I hope you never let go. I expect great things from each and every one of you because you have shown your sponsors, your teachers, your administrators, and even your peers that you have exhibited the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society, which are scholarship, leadership, service, and character. The reality of your new situation is that even without you being aware, you are exemplifying each of these morals. Scholarship allows the commitment to your studies to never falter and remember that the smartest people in the room are the ones that know there is always something new to learn. In life, you never stop learning, students. Leadership. Be the trailblazer, not the follower. A true leader knows that sacrifice comes with leading, and it is usually a sacrifice of self. A true leader many times stands alone in his or her decisions. Service, willing to serve not only your school, but also your entire community. True service means doing something for someone that you know will never be able to pay you back. And finally, what I feel is the strongest pillar of this organization, character. Character is a constant striving to do the right thing every day and to show the world that you are a true, outstanding human and that your moral compass always points north. Allow these 4 words to become etched inside you, and you will be amazed at how far you will go. Once again, I would like to congratulate you, and believe me when I say you have made this district proud. In conclusion, I want to recognize your instructional leader, Mr. Diaz. Let's give him a big hand. And of course, your sponsors, Mr. Lawrence and Ms. Maldum. Let's give them a big hand. Thank you so much. May God bless you, and go Mavericks!
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. And now we have a few words from our principal, Mr. Diaz.
Good evening and welcome to the NHS Induction Ceremony 2016. Mr. Gonzalez and Mr. Bowles, thank you very much for being here to be part of this special moment for all of us. Tonight, we recognize a group of 50 individuals who exemplify the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. During their time at Winn High School, they have excelled in academics, extracurricular activities, and community service. Their commitment to education has been second to none, as well as moral values and good principles, helping others in many instances and keeping the image of our alma mater with great professionalism. Teachers are very proud of their work, and peers look up to them for advices and good new ideas. Being a member of the most prestigious organization on campus brings big responsibilities. You will be representing the school in many different events, as well as advising and guiding elementary students to do the right things. They will see you as role models, and they will try to imitate you in many different ways. Your conversations with them will create a positive impact in their lives. Tonight is your induction, but beginning tomorrow comes the task to maintain your membership until the day of your graduation, the day where you can wear your NHS colors with pride when you walk the stage to get your high school diploma. Remember to keep your grades in good standing, no discipline referrals, and complying with your service hours. It is time for me to mention a group of people that have worked very hard to take you where you are right now. Without their advice, guidance, teaching, and sometimes getting after you, this moment would not have been possible. Your parents, Parents, congratulations for a job well done. Your efforts have not been in vain. Felicidades a los padres y madres por su apoyo incondicional. I know that the selection of the new members was not an easy one. However, the interviewing committee did an excellent job in approving who was going to be a member. My most sincere gratitude to Ms. Susel Balboa, Ms. Alejandra Cruz, Ms. Marta Hernandez, Ms. Gabriela Valdez, Ms. Melissa Jaques, Mr. Sergio Esquivel, and Mr. Raúl Chávez. My special recognition to Mr. Randy Lawrence and Mr. Randy Lawrence and Ms. Kathy Mauldin, a sponsor who for many years have done an outstanding job guiding many students in the right path of life. Finally, I want to thank Mr. Arturo Mancha Jr., who happened to be a former student of mine before he went to Notre Dame, for accepting the invitation to be our guest speaker. Tonight is your night. Remember this night and remember what is ahead of you. Parents, again, padres nuevamente, muchísimas felicidades a todos ustedes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Diaz. I will now call upon Parliamentarian Eric Chavarria for the introduction of our esteemed guest speaker.
Good afternoon. I would like to introduce to you our new guest speaker, Mr. Arturo Mancha. He is the grandson of Perfecto Mancha, whose public service and dedication to the student community earned him the honor of having Perfecto Mancha Elementary School named after him. The son of Arturo and Teresa Mancha, who both retired from EPISD as teachers over the 70 years of combined service to the education of Eagle Pass generation of students. Arturo Mancha Jr. followed the footsteps of his mother, father, and grandfather. Born and raised in Eagle Pass, he came from a well-known working family in the San Luis neighborhood. He was an apt pupil whose natural inclinations tended towards studious endeavors. He was a student athletic trainer for the Eagle Pass High School. In drama, competed in UIL, was the NHS president, and he graduated from Eagle Pass High School in 1995 and attended the University of Notre Dame, where he used the knowledge of sports medicine from his high school experience to earn a place with the student athletic trainers for the Fighting Irish. He graduated from Notre Dame in 1999 with a bachelor's degree in English. He worked in the Office of Admissions at the University of Texas at Austin as a writer. He was attending Texas State University as a full-time student, where he was under the tutelage of writers such as Deborah Monroe, Tom Grimes, Dagoberto Gibb, and National Book Award winner Tim O'Brien. His master's thesis, City of Nothing, became a novel-length narrative based in Eagle Pass. Upon graduation from Texas State University in 2004 with the MFA in Creative and Technical Writing, he resigned his position in UT Austin, moved back to Eagle Pass, and began teaching with Southwest Texas Junior College and Sul Ross University Rio Grande campus. He is currently a full-time English faculty member at the Southwest Texas Junior College Del Rio campus and is a sponsor for the most active club on campus. But his work experience is not all he is. He is a writer at heart, a self-taught painter, an artist in burning wood. He is a crafter who cuts glass and melts metal in the spare time to create one-of-a-kind works of art. He is a chef who is opening a restaurant in Del Rio. He is a mentor to the students who need guidance. He is the hand to help students steady themselves on the path of enlightenment. He is a son of Eagle Pass who has returned to his roots. And now Arturo Mancha, our speaker.
Good evening. Can you hear me? Yes. First of all, I want to thank the National Honor Society for giving me this opportunity and honor to address the inductees and the National Honor Society. It's an absolute privilege, and being as I used to be the actual NHS president during my time, I'm very proud. I'm very, very proud to actually be standing here and speaking directly to you. I'm not going to try to take up too much of your time, but there are a few things that I do want to impart upon you. There's 5 things that I actually want to talk about. 2 of these things are phrases that I've learned in my life, and 3 of these things are words that I've learned in my life. The first phrase that I want to talk to you about is a Latin phrase, quod me nutrit, me destruit. What this means is what nourishes me destroys me. This means that the very thing that you love is going to kill you in the end. Now, what I want you to understand is that your parents, right now sitting behind you, are looking upon you with tears in their eyes because of their pride for you. I want you to remember those nights when you were sick and they were worried. I want you to remember those nights where they tried to help you, those days and nights and countless hours they sacrificed to lead you on this path to where you are today. They, and all of us really, are extremely, extremely proud of where you're going, what you've done, what you're going to do. Okay, and so quod nutrit, me destruit, what I want you to understand about this love that your parents have for you, this pride that they have for you, at some point, it's going to hurt them. And it's going to hurt them when you're leaving to campus, when you're leaving to university, when you're joining the Marines or the Army, or whatever it is that you're going to do in your life. That moment when they can no longer see you in that rear view mirror waving goodbye as they're dropping you off at the dorm room, they're going to be crying. You're going to be crying, okay? This love that they have for you, this pride that they have for you, it's something that's going to nourish them and destroy them at the same time. And this is something I want you to understand on your own path through life, okay? The second thing that I want you to know, or that I want to talk about, is passion. Most people don't really understand what passion is. Yes, it's an intense application of ambition and I guess I would also call it perhaps effort. But the thing that most people forget about passion is the idea that passion is really about the willingness to suffer for something which you love. The teachers in administration, I'd like to ask you to actually stand up for a moment. The teachers in administration have come to their jobs, they've come to their careers, they've come to their vocations with a passion for you. They've slept, they've had sleepless nights, they've sweated, they've sacrificed hours upon hours for you. The wrinkles you see on their faces are scars that they took for you so that you could have a better life than they. The gray hairs on Mr. Diaz's, the oldest gray hairs on his head came from when I was a president of the NHS many, many years ago at this point. Many, many years ago. And so what I would like for you all to do is to give the teachers and administration a round of applause for the work that they've done for you. And if you'd like to sit down, you may do so. Watching them work is something that you should take into account in your own lives. Approach every goal you have with passion. Rise up to meet the challenge. Don't let the challenge come to you. Be willing to suffer for what you want to achieve. And if you do this and you understand that there's going to be times where this passion is going to kill you, but at the same time bring you to life, if you can do this, you will grow as a person, not just as a student. The third thing I want to talk to you about is kintsukuroi. Kintsukuroi is a Japanese word. It's a Japanese word which defines the traditional practice of fixing broken pottery with filaments of gold and silver and having the understanding that the piece itself becomes more beautiful for having been broken in the first place. What I want you to understand about this, it's okay to fail. Right now, you all are the cream of the crop. I'm sure there's some of you who don't have to study, who it just comes naturally to, where learning comes naturally to you, so on and so forth. I promise you, in other universities, everything you've learned in high school is going to be gone in 6 weeks. When I went to Notre Dame, I was one of the top students, just like you are. And within 6 weeks, I kind of felt unprepared. Okay? It's okay to fail. It's not okay to quit. The way that I can kind of explain Kintu Kuroi is the idea of a vase. Okay? Each one of you is like a vase. Sometimes somebody carelessly knocks it off a table, it breaks, but what you have to do is you have to put yourself back together. And when you put yourself back together, you must make yourself stronger than you were before. The next time somebody knocks you off a tabletop and you break again, at that time you put yourself back together again, you leave out the parts that are broken and you become stronger than before. The time after that, perhaps you're strong enough to where you get knocked off a table and you won't break. You'll bounce and you can bounce right back up. It's okay to fail. There's no shame in failing. You can become proud by actually overcoming your failure and being more successful for it. The third thing that I want to talk to you about is a French word, sillage. Sillage is the essence of something left behind in its absence. For example, when you walk into an elevator and you can smell the perfume of somebody else's presence in there. When you look in the sky and a plane is cut a nice little cloud, a chemtrail across the sky, but you don't see the plane. When you see a boat going across the water and you see the waves behind the water being created as white ripples, that is sillage. Sillage is not just a physical thing. This is also something that's very, very abstract. And in terms of sillage, what I want to talk to you about is my grandfather and my father. My grandfather, Perfecto Mancha, after whom Perfecto Mancha Elementary School is named after, my grandfather was the first Mexican American voted into the school board in the history of Eagle Pass. That's not what I really remember, or what I really remember about him. My grandfather started out working as a delivery boy for the Rodriguez meat factory, Tiene los Venados downtown. You don't want to talk about it? Of course you do, right? He started out as a delivery boy. He saved his money, eventually opened up his own meat market and bakery. He made barbacoa de pozo for about 80 years before he passed on. And what I remember from my childhood, I remember one of the men from the neighborhood, an older man who was in hard times. He was in hard times. He didn't have enough money to feed his family, and what would happen is he would come on Sundays when the barbacoa was ready, and, all the food was ready for the store. He would come in and ask my father, Don Perfecto, can I have a pound of barbacoa to feed my family, and I'll pay you on Tuesday after I cut some grass for this particular person. And of course, my grandfather, what he had a little notepad. He had a little notepad, and he'd write it down, and he'd say, Don, whatever his name was, owes me this. He'd give him, the notepad, letting him know you owe me this. He'd give him barbacoa, and when he'd leave, what would happen is he would just throw that note away. He never expected payment from him. This is something that's becoming absent in today's generation. Nowadays, everybody goes to H-E-B, everybody goes to Walmart. You look at your phones, you look at the magazines. You don't actually talk to the people in front of you anymore. There's checkout lines where you do it yourself, where you deal with machines and not people. What I would like for you all to understand is that the words and actions you execute in your life create ripples for other people. These ripples create community. My grandfather used to know everybody that came into the store. He used to ask questions about family members. He used to ask questions about sons and daughters who were off at war. That's disappeared. You, however, you are the future. And what's important for you all to understand, you can create a community that is better than the community that exists right now. Sillage is the idea of an essence left behind. There are students who watch you, students who emulate you. There's sons, there's daughters, there's brothers, there's sisters. There's a lot of people who watch what you do and hear what you say. Be judicious. Join in this organization. is a commitment to the greater good. When you light those candles from that shared communal candle, you are going to be leading other people through the darkness. You are going to be the pillar of light. And so continue choosing the greater good. Leave a lasting impact. Now, my grandfather's impact upon my father really created the impact created within me. My mother and father gave upwards of 70 years of experience in the EPISD school system. And I'm very, very proud of them. I'm very, very proud of them. It's important for you to give the love that your parents give to you back to them. That's the first step of creating a better community. Okay? The last thing that I want to talk to you about is a Latin quote. And the Latin quote itself, I have to read this because it's a funny name. The Latin quote itself comes from a play called Hutin Timorominus, which is Latin for the self-tormentor. This particular play was written by a guy named Publius Turnicius, Publius Turnicius after. In English, it's Terence. Terence was actually born in 185 BC, so he was way back in history. Terence wrote in this play, Homo sum humani nihil a mi alienem puto. What this means is I am human, therefore nothing human is alien to me. This means you can do anything that you put your mind to. If you see somebody that does something absolutely incredible and amazing, you can do it because they're human and you are human. By that same token, if you see somebody do something absolutely horrible, you can do it because they're human and you're human. Joining this organization, you are making a commitment for the greater good. You can do anything else or anything anybody else has done. You can do it better. And never forget that. I want to take a moment once again to thank TC Winn, the faculty here, the administration, National Honor Society. I want to congratulate the inductees for being inducted into this very prestigious organization. I want to congratulate the graduating members of the National Honor Society because you've done great good and you've been great role models. Continue to be great role models, and remember, at some point, come back and give T Eagle Pass. I thank you and wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you, Mr. Mancha, for being with us tonight. Next, we have the NHS Vice President, Isaac Turubiate, with the passing of knowledge.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we continue traveling on life's journey, each moment is significant in the sense that naturally we acquire knowledge through means of meeting new people or by being put into situations in which we seek the skills that will continue moving towards our goals. By surpassing these obstacles, you will not only know for the next time when an obstacle seems to get in the way, but even be able to reach out to those that may soon encounter the same challenge and be able to serve as a guide to them. One, as an individual, has a role in society, and for the most part, our job is to pass on the knowledge, to as many people as we can. Steve Droke once said, "Knowledge is power, and enthusiasm pulls the switch." So don't be afraid to put yourself out there and educate the masses, because remember, in order to teach one of your peers, you must take into consideration that those once taught you. It took time, patience, and a spark of enthusiasm to keep that fire burning. And as long as we continue to not decline those that seek knowledge, then that flame shall always burn. Thank you.
Thank you, Isaac. The National Honor Society follows 4 pillars. They are character, scholarship, leadership, and service. The emblem of the National Honor Society is a keystone and the flaming torch. The keystone bears, as it blazes, the letters CSLS, which stands for the 4 cardinal principles of the organization: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. As the keystone is placed by the builder to hold the perfect arch in perpetual stability, so the structure of our education must be held firm and true to the purpose of life by the virtues represented in this symbol. To bear forward the searching light of truth, to lead that others may follow in light, to keep burning in our school a high ambition for the enduring values of life, and to serve. These purposes are symbolized in the torch. Members in the National Honor Society is both an honor and a responsibility. Students selected for membership are expected to continue to demonstrate the qualities of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. We will now have 4 of our NHS officers come forward and review these qualities for the candidates. We will begin with the recording secretary, Victor Viasana.
Hello, my name is Victor Viasana, and I serve as the recording secretary for the NHS, and I will be presenting character. Character is what distinguishes one individual from another. It is a product of constant striving to make the right choices day after day. Students with good character demonstrate respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship in all of their actions. Thank you.
We have our corresponding secretary, Lorena Sanchez.
Hello, my name is Lorena Sanchez, and I serve as the corresponding secretary for the NHS, and I will be presenting scholarship. Scholarship is characterized by a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend the necessary time to cultivate his or her mind in the quest for knowledge. This pillar can only be achieved through diligence and effort. Scholarship means always doing the best work possible, regardless of impending reward.
Now we have our treasurer, Arely Perez.
Hello, my name is Arely Perez, and I serve as the treasurer for the National Honor Society, and I will be representing leadership. Leaders take the initiative to aid others in a wholesome manner throughout their daily activities. Leaders sacrifice their personal interest in order to yield to the needs of others. Thank you.
And lastly, we have our historian, Mariela Sanchez.
Hello, my name is Mariela Sanchez, and I serve as a historian for NHS, and I will be presenting service. The pillar of service can be reached in a variety of ways. The willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without compensation or recognition of any kind is a quality that is essential in NHS members. As a service club, the National Honor Society is highly concerned with giving its all to the school and community at large. Thank you.
We're going to begin the candle lighting ceremony. As I call your name, please come up on stage, sign our membership book, and please light your candle. Then you'll take your place on the risers. Okay. Itzel Aldape. Lorena Aldape. Ashley Alvarez. Fabiola Berrain. Sofía Castillo. Eliab Chávez. Gladys Contreras. Sasha Corral. Kiara Estrada. Abigail Flores. Antonio Flores. Jesús Flores. Natalie Franco. Juan Garcia. Pablo Garcia. Cristina Gloria. Alan González. Besabet González. Jennifer González. Christian González. Sofía González. Yahaira González. Jacob Guerra. Carla Guillen. Patrick Gutierrez. Jessica Hernandez. Alondra Herrera. Diego Jiménez Mora. María Márquez. Gerardo Molina. Elvis Morales. Jamie Moreno. Nicole Moriel. Daniel Ontiveros. Yahaira Ortega. Mariana Pesina. Daniela Pérez. César Rodríguez. Evan Rodríguez. Kimberly Rodríguez. Sydney Rodríguez. Daniela Rodríguez Gómez. Julio Ruiz. Abraham Sanchez. Giselle Reyes. Cheyenne Thrash. Matthew Uriegas. Laisha Vallejo. María Villegas. For your official membership, please repeat the following pledge after me. I pledge to uphold high purposes of the National Honor Society. To which I have been selected. Will be true to the principles for which it stands. Will be loyal to my school. And will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. The most important thing to remember is that each of these pillars is the sum of many individual decisions. My hope for you all is that you will cultivate a positive attitude backed by purpose in your life. While it would be easier to slide through life without a purpose, it wouldn't be fulfilling. By achieving difficult goals, you will find true self-confidence. Congratulations, you have now been inducted as members of the CC Winn National Honor Society. You may blow out your candles. María Villegas. Laisha Vallejo. Matthew Uriegas. Cheyenne Thread. Giselle Reyes. Abraham Sanchez. Julio Ruiz. Daniela Gómez Rodríguez. Sydney Rodríguez. Kimberly Rodríguez. Evan Rodríguez. César Rodríguez. Daniela Pérez. Mariana Pesina. Yahaira Ortega. Daniel Ontiveros. Nicole Moriel. Jamie Moreno. Elvis Morales. Gerardo Molina. María Márquez. Diego Jiménez Mora. Alondra Herrera. Jessica Hernández. Patrick Gutierrez. Carla Guillen. Jacob Guerra. Yahaira González. Sofía González. Christian González. Jennifer González. Elizabeth González. Alan González. Cristina Gloria. Pablo García.
Thank you very much.
Juan García. Franco. Jesús Flores. Antonio Flores. Kiara Estrada. Abigail Flores. Sasha Corral. Gladys Contreras. Eliab Chávez. Sofía Castillo. Fabiola Perrain. Ashley Álvarez. Lorena Aldape. Itzel Aguilar. Before we leave, I have some words for our new members. Hillary Clinton coined the phrase, "It takes a village," when she used it as a title for her best-selling novel. Never has that phrase been so strong until this generation. We saw the Obama girls take their grandmother with them to the White House. We see it on a daily basis when grandparents, uncles, aunts, neighbors, parents drop off kids at school or take them materials when they need it for class. Congratulations! Becoming a part of the NHS is an achievement that not many can attain. However, this is not something that is accomplished on your own. family plays a big role in your accomplishments. No matter how smart you are, how hardworking you are, or how independent you are, you can't accomplish everything on your own. Life is a plenitude of ups and downs. Your parents are with you 100% of the way, so thank you and congratulations, parents, for getting your children where they are today. Inductees, do not forget that getting into NHS is only the beginning. Throughout these next years, you must remember to keep your grades up and comply with what is asked of you. As an NHS member, you are to be respectful, studious, hardworking, and honest. You are to keep up with your hours and treat others with kindness. It is because we saw these qualities in you that you're here today. Honor is a very important element that will dictate your success in life. It is what will make the journey meaningful. NHS is preparing you for your future. How you achieve your success is just as important as the outcome. Your success will not be measured through titles or jobs, but rather your commitment to making this world a better place for all. Regardless of race, education, religion, or political party, your titles and occupations achieved for future success will not measure your greatness. Martin Luther King once said, "If a man is called to be a street sweeper, he should sweep streets even as a Michelangelo painted or a Beethoven composed music or Shakespeare wrote poetry. He should sweep streets so well that all the hosts of heaven and earth will pause to say, 'Here lived a great street sweeper who did his job well.' Take pride in what you do and strive to be the greatest person you can. Congratulations and continue making us proud."